click this video because you're skinny, you may be in your 20s and you're trying to achieve your dream physique, or you're trying to make progress, but for whatever reason you just seem to not be able to either one, stay consistent, stick to it for long enough to see any results, or if you do see any results, you kind of slide back to what you were used to doing and then ending up right in the same spot over and over and over again. And the reason why this is the case isn't because your metabolism is fighting you back. It isn't because your genetics makes it impossible for you to improve physically. It isn't because of some magic wall that's up that is just forcing you to stop doing the things that you need to do in order to get there. And you might be asking yourself, then what is it? And I'm going to tell you that in just a second. So you got to watch this video, because I know it's not a lot going on. It's not a lot to, quench your dopamine receptors. But if you watch this, I guarantee it could definitely get you moving in the right direction if you actually apply it. So the reason why a lot of you guys are stuck in the exact same spot is, like I said, it's not because you have a problem with your genetics. It's not because you have a problem with your consistency. And it's not because it's just impossible or it's not meant for you. Because anybody on this world can get into better shape as long as they're, one, physically capable of moving their bodies, and two, they stick to it for long enough. So why am I still stuck? Why am I still skinny? And that's because of your belief system. And you might think like, oh, my belief system, cool, I'm gonna click off this video because it doesn't apply to me. But if you continue watching, you're gonna see just how much this actually applies to you and why it's been keeping you stuck. The reason why this is because a lot of you guys have forced yourself into this state of thinking or systems of belief onto yourself without you even realizing it. And that's the reason why you keep continuously hitting that brick wall over and over and over again. And this is something, some random program online isn't going to fix. This is something that, a new workout split isn't going to magically take care of. Because when it comes down to it, if you have a set of beliefs that are holding you back and you unconsciously revert to them over and over and over again, it doesn't matter if you have the best program, you're always going to sabotage yourself. You're always going to find some way to stop being consistent, find some way to stop doing what you need to do, and find some way to make some sort of excuse to just revert back to what, like I said, you believe in. And you might be asking, well, Isaiah, what the heck are these beliefs? And I could just list some of them out now. And these are some that you could probably be using in your own life right now if you're still stuck. And those beliefs could be something like, my genetics are holding me back. My genetics are the reason why I'm skinny. My job is too hard. My job keeps me too busy. It's impossible for me to be consistent with my job. It's impossible for me to go to the gym and be consistent while having a girlfriend. It's impossible for me to do X, Y, and Z. Or I can't do it because of my schedule. I can't do it because of whatever it may be, right? The biggest thing is just like genetics and like believing that, oh, no matter how much I try, I can't change. Like these are really, really small, but the reason why they have such a huge impact is because it's not the conscious thoughts that are kind of the dangers of this thing. The dangers of this thing is that when you think these, you unconsciously train yourself to act in a way to prove that these beliefs are true, right? Like it's like the cognitive bias. Like if you're constantly telling yourself that I can't change because of my genetics, even if you're consciously trying to, go to the gym and do this and do that, if you unconsciously truly believe that, you're always going to find a way to stay stuck in the exact same boat. And not only that, this is going to set up a brick wall that you're constantly going to be hitting, sure. But if you just pause for a second and really think, if I want to build the best physique that I possibly can, if I want to be the best man that I possibly can be, if I want to be the most confident version of myself possible, how, in a logical world, like, how can I do that if I truly believe the opposite of myself, right? Like if I had to tell you to run a mile and you genuinely believe that your legs don't work, there's no David Goggins video out there that's going to force you to run that mile, right? Because you genuinely believe, oh, my legs don't work, so I'm not going to run a mile, right? And that might be a crazy example, so let me bring it up a little bit. Like if you're trying to fix your relationship with your girlfriend, like you guys got into an argument or something like that, and you genuinely believe that this person, you hate this person and they're never going to change, and I don't know, like they're ugly or something, like you genuinely believing these things are going to make you act as if they're true, and your unconscious mind is going to force you to continue to act in a way to prove this thought or to prove this belief system, right? And these are crazy examples, but the whole point that I'm trying to get across to you guys is if you believe these things that you continuously tell yourself over and over and over again, you're setting yourself up to fail. You're setting yourself up to prove yourself right. And this is only going to hold you back. Like I've been saying this whole time. And you might ask me like, well, how can I change this? Like, how can I flip my belief system? How can I unconsciously train myself to think in a way that's going to push me forward and then have my actions proving that? Because that's something as well. Like, I'm not telling you guys to write down, I'm going to have my dream physique and then do absolutely nothing about it. No, I'm not telling you guys that at all. And I'm not telling you guys that if you just shift your thinking, everything's just going to be magical and, you know, you're not going to struggle at all. Like, this takes time and it takes effort to actually apply it, but it's worth it. Because if you go to the gym, and this is the last example that I use because I've used a few of them. If you go to the gym with the mindset of, this sucks, this hurts, I don't want to do it, I don't like going to the gym, just these 4 things. And if you think these things and you genuinely believe them unconsciously, every time you go to the gym, you're gonna find some way to sabotage your workout. You're gonna find some way to not push hard enough. You're gonna find some way or some reason to not be consistent, and you're always gonna find something negative to pull out of the workout. Oh, I took my pre-workout, I'm too itchy. Oh, I can barely breathe. Oh, my heart's beating really fast. Oh, this is uncomfortable. This hurt. Like, you know, just little things like that. And it may seem like it's something so small and that doesn't matter, but it does matter, because if you flip that, you're like, I love going to the gym. I enjoy just showing up day to day. I enjoy just working out and pushing as hard as I possibly can. You can go through the exact same thing, but because you believe these things, you're unconsciously going to be trying to prove them whether you realize it or not. Right? If you take the same pre and you're like, oh, this pre-workout is really hitting hard today, I'm liking it. Like, I can feel my skin itching. Like, oh, my heart's beating really fast. I'm going hard. I'm liking this, right? It's like these little things that you can do could seem like it's something so small, but these are the real needle movers, because when you can put yourself in a state of mind to where you genuinely enjoy every single part of this journey, the man who enjoys walking walks further than someone that's just going on a walk with a set goal in mind, right? And it's the same principle here. You're either going to be on the side to where you're consistently sabotaging yourself, or being on the side to where you're consistently proving to yourself. So it's up to you. What are you going to do, right? And now let me go back to what I was saying before. The way that you change this is simply by writing out all of your limiting beliefs. Literally write them out. Like, what do you think? Like what are you thinking currently that's limiting you? And I can list out a couple of things from my past before I started my journey, and here's just a couple of them so you guys can get a gauge of exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I thought my genetics were the reason why I was skinny. I thought my genetics were going to be the reason why I stayed skinny. I thought no matter how much I ate, I could never gain weight. I thought I would never be able to gain muscle. I thought I would always be the same version of me, and so on and so forth. So what you need to do is you need to write out all of these limiting beliefs that you have and flip them. So with me, it's like, oh, my genetics are the reason why I'm going to stay skinny. It could be something like, my genetics play absolutely no role in me making this change. Or you can flip it to even being more positive. Like, my genetics are going to be the reason why I'm able to make more progress than if I had a different set of genetics, right? Or if I'm skinny, I can be like, oh, well, my genetics are going to allow me to stay lean while packing on more muscle. So I'm going to hit this goal that I have. I'm going to look this certain way in a shorter amount of time than if I was fat. Or just like shortening these things, or just flipping these things in a way to where it's positive. It's a reinforcing belief rather than a limiting belief. And you can do this for every single limiting belief that you have. And the moment that you can start telling yourself something like, here's another example. Oh, I hate going to the gym. You can flip that to, I love going to the gym. Literally write these down and say them out loud, and then reinforce these beliefs with your actions, right? And it's going to take time, like I said, but if you can flip, I hate the gym, to I love the gym, flip, I don't want to work out, to I enjoy working out, and then you prove that over a long enough time period, those beliefs are going to prove themselves true through your actions, and then the results are obviously going to speak for themselves, right? And this is the most simple way that I can put it. And this is something that clicked in my mind in a different area of my life. With me coaching, like I had to switch out some of these limiting beliefs, and that's why I felt so pulled to tell you guys about it, is because I applied this in a different area of my life, and it impacted me almost instantly, right? And this is something that you can apply to every single area of your life. Like, I'm obviously talking about the gym, but you can apply this to your relationships, your job, X, Y, and Z. But that's it, man. Like, the moment that you can actually take hold of these limiting beliefs and then flip them so they serve you, and then you prove these beliefs through your actions, it's like a cheat code, man. It's literally like a cheat code, because the moment that you can train your unconscious mind or your subconscious mind, I don't know if I've been saying unconscious or subconscious. You guys get what I'm saying. Your subconscious mind to propel you forward, and it becomes almost second nature. That's when you're gonna make so much more progress. Forget a magic program. Forget, oh, I follow these steps. Get the beliefs right, right? I always talk about stepping into the right identity. Step into that version of you that has the thing that you want. And that doesn't just mean what they do, it's also what they believe and how they think, and all these things. It's not just about, oh, let me go to the gym for a week and then I'm magical. Like, no, it's going to take a long time. But the only way that you're going to be able to stay in this for a long enough time is if you program yourself to become someone who enjoys the process, thus doing the process over and over and over and over again for a long enough time in order to see that result. But I love you guys. Jesus loves you too. And if you want help, DM me on Instagram. I train skinny guys to achieve their dream physiques through the system that I teach. So DM me on Instagram if you want, or don't. It doesn't really matter to me. Talk to you guys another time, and love you guys.